We're coming to that very unique time of year where some sports are ending, some are just entering their playoff time, and others are about to begin. What does that mean for us in sports cards? What should we be doing at this time? I've got some ideas.
Dude, I get these ideas. I got so many ideas burning through my skull, buddy.
And a stack of sales to show you. Yo, YouTube. Welcome back to the Dollar Box. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. My name is Adam. I was looking for some winter inspiration today. Our snow is all but gone here, and it's been unseasonably warm. Not that I'm complaining. What I want to talk about in this video is what to do this time of year. It's a strange little transition time that really only happens this time of year. You've got football, basically everybody's done except for the Super Bowl. We've got hockey just getting close to the playoffs, basketball getting close to their playoffs, and the viewership increases quite a bit in basketball this time of year. You've got a month away from spring training. You've got the major soccer leagues ending and getting into the Champions League. So there's just a lot going on in change in sports. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what can you do this time of year to take advantage of some of that. But before we get into that, let's take a look at some sales from yesterday. This first one, ironically enough, is none of those sports, nor is it a non-sport, but it is a Tiger Woods Goodwin Champions golf card. This sold for $2.99. My first tip on this one is regarding those sports that are just ending, and football in particular. And that's buying hurt players who you feel will come back and have a really good year next year. Some examples of this would be Joe Burrow, Anthony Richardson. Honestly, a lot of the quarterbacks this past season were hurt, either out for the season or out long enough that it really impacted their team's performance. As well as maybe look at some that won't come back. Does that give you an opportunity to buy other players that will be replacing them? Consequently, it might also make it a good time to sell players who are sort of replacements and that may not be holding that starting job when the main player comes back. Jared Goff, they might be moving on from him to go to Hendon Hooker. Even guys like the likes of my man Gardner Minshew, doubtful they'll be playing next season. A nice 5-card order here. We've got a Will to Win Mosaic, Lamar Jackson, a Xavier Worthy out of Bowman Chrome U, Travis Kelce Fireburst Parallel from Phoenix, 22 Elite DK Metcalf base, and a 94 Donruss Bo Jackson, which is a result of the algorithm since I just sold one like 2 days ago. And those sold for $11.95. The next thing I want to look for is breakout rookies. So that's maybe breakout rookies from this season who didn't, end the season as well, or teams didn't make playoffs. Good time to buy them before the hype of the next season starts. And also right before the season. So baseball is going to start spring training in a month. So this would be a good time to try to buy some of those last year breakout rookies. And hopefully they'll come out firing on all cylinders at the beginning of this season. Next sale is a regular on my channel. It's a Stat Smasher Barry Sanders that I bought in bulk. This sold for $2.50 and I still have 149 copies remaining. I'm also looking at buying more college uniform cards. That was always kind of not the thing back in the day. However, with low end, it's not as big a deal. But I feel like that's a great opportunity to catch players who are maybe going to be changing teams, drafted, things like that. This is sort of that in between. At the end of a season, players get traded, players retire, players do whatever. You've got players that are going to be entering the Hall of Fame, things like that. Players who are going to be drafted, make themselves eligible from college and get drafted. Maybe even a walk-on player, who knows. So this is a good time to look at some of those non-professional uniform cards because it doesn't really matter what team they end up going to because they came from that college no matter what. And right on cue, my next sale is 2 college uniform cards of a pretty big name player. These are Christian McCaffrey, of course. He's in his, Stanford, I believe. Yeah. Cardinals, yep. And this is a guy who plays for the 49ers. Now, he wasn't drafted by the 49ers, he was drafted by Carolina. So all his early year cards, his rookie year cards, all have him in a Carolina uniform. 49 fans might not want that, or Christian McCaffrey fans might not want that. So college uniform cards are great to sort of combat that a little bit. Anyway, this one sold for $2.50, and this one sold for $3.55. So we're kind of taking advantage of a couple of things here. It's a guy who was hurt, came back, played for a team that wasn't that great, got traded to one of the best teams in the league, is playing very well, and is now going to be in the Super Bowl. So all the things add up. Christian McCaffrey sales are very strong. The next one seems pretty obvious, but I don't think we are as good at it as we think we are. And that's to switch your focus from maybe your biggest sellers, the sport you watch, the players you follow, and look at some other opportunities. So if you're a big football seller, which that's a big portion of my sales, I need to start looking at, okay, basketball opportunities, hockey opportunities, baseball opportunities. This is the time to switch that focus. You probably saw that a lot in my buying video from the latest card show. I bought a bunch of Star Wars non-sports stuff. I bought a ton of basketball. I bought some Jason Dominguez, and actually bought a couple of Joe Mauer rookies, which you'll see here in a second. It was a good buy. That kind of lends back to that, um, seeing opportunity where maybe others aren't at this point. But that's your main time to kind of make those changes. Get into hockey before the playoffs hit. Get into basketball before the playoffs hit. Get into soccer before the Champions League tournaments and some of the cup tournaments start. There's going to be that chance to get into those. And the next sale here kind of leads into my next point, and that is this Joe Mauer Bowman rookie card. I had bought a few Joe Mauer cards recently. I didn't show the one I sold yesterday, but it's like a refractor version of this that was released a few years later by Topps. I think that was 2012, 2013. I'll throw a picture on the screen there, but this is his true Bowman rookie. I was kind of holding on to these. I thought he had to have a good chance of getting in the Hall of Fame. He did get into the Hall of Fame, and I got $18 for it. I had a few of these before, and I looked, or the last one that I sold ended up selling for like $7. So obviously an increase once they hit the Hall of Fame. So I was pretty happy at 18, and as a regular customer of mine that bought it. That sale kind of leads me into my final tip, and that's to look outside of the modern market, and that's buy the vintage that holds strong. The Jerry Rice and the Joe Montana are great buys right now. Lots of activity in the market with the 49ers potentially winning another Super Bowl. Look at non-sport stuff, kind of get out of some of if you're not quite sure what to buy in some of the sports with this sort of change part of the season, then look at something entirely different. Buy Wayne Gretzky stuff, buy Michael Jordan stuff. Those things will be around no matter what happens with the changes in the sports, and can't go wrong. That's your blue chips. And also, kind of like I alluded to earlier, look for players who could be potentially going into the Hall of Fame now that seasons are done. So I did that with Joe Mauer. I bought a few cards of his recently. Worked out. He did get into the Hall. Football's a little bit more predictable. You kind of know for sure who's going in there. I've been buying a lot of Drew Brees lately. I think he's eligible next year, and he'll definitely get in. So start looking at some of those sort of career is over type players and what you can get with them. This next sale is a card I only had listed for a few minutes, and it sold right away. It's this pink Prism. This is 2023 Prism, so brand new set that just came out. I got this for $1 before my discount, top loaded. At the Eau Claire show, I sold it for $6.99. They were going for around that amount. I thought I might have to sit on this a little bit just because of their season just ended, and maybe fans would want to walk away for a little bit. But no, it sold pretty much instantly. I like the pink um, Prism option. I think they look cool. So again, $6.99. So those are my big plays this time of year. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. What do you think of these ideas? Are there things that you do? Do you do something different? Part of the goal of this channel is to help this community so that we can all be better sellers and even buyers for that matter. Let's do a few more sales, and then we'll call this one a day. So we got a Nikola Jokic sale. I've got this My House card. I'm pretty sure I got this out of a 10-cent or quarter box. I got $2.99 for it. I love the design of these cards. Anything sort of superhero based attracts me, and it usually sells pretty well as well. This next sale is a low end sale. This is a 91 score base card. It does look cool with the drawing and stuff on it of Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is such an interesting player to sell. He widely considered one of the greatest of all times, if not the greatest running back of all time, just for natural ability, if nothing else. But he just didn't get a lot of accolades. He wasn't big in the media. He never won any NFL titles, anything like that. But yet he has a huge market. People just love him because he was just who he was. And I think that a lot of players these days can take some lessons from that, in humility and just playing the game right and working really hard. So I think that's why his market continues to get stronger, to be honest with you, than it ever has been. And this sold for $1.89. As you're seeing throughout this video, I'm getting more basketball sales. So my motive to sort of switch to buying more basketball right now, because I can sell them right now, is also seems to be in line. But I sold this Shaq. Now Shaq sells year round, of course, but sold this Shaq Talk card for $4.99. It does have David Robinson on it also. Baseball sales also picking up. I have this Juan Soto triple threads refractor type card, really cool looking card, kind of thick for no real reason, but I like the stance. It's a cool card. Anyway, I sold this for $3.99. I got it out of a 50-cent bin. A couple of base Brock Purdy cards from 2023 Chronicles Donruss. Kind of an odd card for me to buy for $1 a piece, but it's just hot right now. I figured they would get to the Super Bowl. I bought these at the Herd card show, and I might have got a little deal. I don't remember. I had like a stack of 6 or 7 cards. It wasn't very many, so I probably paid the dollar for them. But anyway, these two sold for $5.98. So a quick, easy, couple of buck flip. Sold a Garbage Pail Kids sticker card. This cat woman, a cat woman, out of the Bookworms box. It's one of the gross adaptations inserts. I was getting these boxes for like $12 for a mega box. They went super cheap. And you got 6 or 8 of these gross adaptation cards per box. It's not too bad. And I got $4.99 for the sticker. I had 4 Ren and Stimpy Prism stickers, or Prism cards, I should say. None of these are the sticker version. Sell yesterday for $2.50 each. I got this You Sick Little Monkey one, which is the splatter version. You can kind of see the splatter hollow foil on there. Ren Hoek Esquire in the circular prisms. And then the money is mine, I'm the cat. So you got Ren there, and that's the splatter version of that one as well. And then last but not least, the old question mark with the laser background on this one. So basically $10 for those 4 cards. Brady stuff, still a strong mover. I got this 2008 Gridiron Gear, I believe Donruss Gridiron Gear, for $3. Now my first vintage card sale on this video. This is Dale Hackbart, 67 Philadelphia, and that sold for $2.99. Got a soccer card sale here. I got this Jack Grealish from Merlin Prophecy. Merlin is such an amazing set put out by Topps. Very affordable, really cool, shiny cards, chrome. Anyway, Jack Grealish, who of course plays for Manchester City, that's my team, so I was excited to see a sale for him. I think he's underrated and should be selling better than he does. And this sold for $4.99. And of course, I have some Jeter sales. First one goes to this buyer for a 1977 Fleer Circa, which is kind of like the Thunder set in basketball and football. And this sold for $2.50. Got a Dan Marino sale here. This is a 2021 Phoenix base card. Sold for $2.50. Another football vintage here. We've got a Len Dawson from 1976 Topps, and this sold for $4.99. So I got a 9-card sale here, and I like this one because it has good variety, a proof that there are buyers who buy non-sport and sports, and you can sell them all together. The first card here, there's 9 cards. The first card here is a Series 2 Star Wars from 1977. It's Lord Vader and his soldier. Next card's basketball cards, 96, 97 Fleer Shaq as the hardwood, what is this called? Hardwood leader insert. And we've got a bunch of Jeters. We've got a Sweet Spot, a 2001 Sweet Spot. Got a big stack of these in a lot I just picked up. A 2000, I think, nope, 99, 99, 98, 99. Circa, or Thunder. They changed the name to Thunder that year. 98 Topps. A Ovation, I think this is 99 Ovation. I love the Upper Deck Ovation cards with the texture embossing on there. This is an earlier one. This is 97 Collector's Choice. It's the Griffey Hit List selection there. And then we've got a 99, 99 Topps Stadium Club base. And an 04 SP Authentic. And those all sold for $25.91. We've got just a few more to go here. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say, please leave it in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to be notified of any future videos, and let's move on to the next sale. All right, the next one is a David Sloan autograph card from 95 Signature Rookies. So this is part of my, any autograph card I find for 50 cents or less, I just buy it. This was part of one of the buys out of the 10-cent boxes at the Green Bay show. So I probably only paid like 30 cents max for this. Anyway, it sold for $3.50. Sold this Mike Schmidt mini Allen and Ginter card. Got this in a big lot of Allen and Ginter I bought. So probably got, I don't know, 10, 15 cents into it. And I got $2.50. Yeah, never quite know what's going to sell. A long time ago, just out of my box of base cards that I had from the 90s. Well, 2000s, I guess, early 2000s. I had this 2002 Terrell Davis base elite card. Listed it. Maybe it would sell one day, so that was probably a couple of years ago. Finally sold it, $1.79. One of my regular Jeter buyers is back for 5 more cards. I've got this 2000, I think this is 2001. Yep, 2001 Victory. Derek Jeter base, another one of those 01 sweet spots. So you can sell that card has hit the algorithm now. I've got a few copies of that. This Biorhythm insert out of Ionics, really cool looking card. Just sold one of these the other day and sold my last one now. This Diomination out of Fleer Mystique. And same thing here. This Standing Ovation card from 03 Ovation Upper Deck Baseball. And those sold for $18.95. Got another little vintage Star Wars card here. This is from the Yellow series. I believe this is the 3rd series of 1977. And it's this Princess Leia. It says, P.S. Princess Leia honors the victims. And it sold for $2.50. Next order contains some Olympic stars as well as a couple vintage baseball. These are cards that I got out of my big card shop buy, where I was basically buying the box for the top loads. So it's nice to continue to get some sales on some of those cards, which I figure I paid about 2 cents per card on. By the way, in this order, we've got a Katarina Witt, who was a Olympic ice skating champion. We've got Sonia Henne, also another skating legend. We've got Tommy Smith, who I just got in an Americana lot of celebrity type cards. This is a track and field legend. And then two 1979 Topps baseball. We got this is Gaylord Perry here, and then this one is Jim Palmer. I got multiple copies of each of those cards, so that's good. I still have some to sell. And those all sold for $14.95. Kind of crazy, but this is my first Favre card sale in this video. And it's three different cards. I got a 99 Topps Finest that sold for $2.99. Let's see what's the next one here. A gold medallion from 2000. This is $3.99. And last but not least, a 2002 private stock Pacific card, and that sold for $1.99. Couple more Jeter cards going out. These are 2006 Topps, and it's got Jose Reyes on it with Derek Jeter there. So both of those for $3.98. Love my quantity sales. Got a NASCAR sale. So I bought a big 3,500 count lot of NASCAR, mostly action packed cards. Got a ton of Dale Earnhardt in it, which was a big motivator for me to buy it because I know who he is and I knew they would sell. And I sold a couple of those. So there's a Dale Earnhardt here, sold for $3.50. And then same for this one here, $3.50. So $7 for those two cards. And I have 4 more copies of one and 5 more copies of the other. Sold this 1978 Battlestar Galactica kind of header card. I don't know, it kind of looks like it anyway. It's big explosion, Battlestar on the bottom. Got your writing back here. These were Universal Studios release, I believe. Got this out of a 10-cent box at the Nationals. Probably got it around 7 or 8 cents max, maybe 5 cents. But anyway, I sold it for $1.99. Got a nice 5-card basketball rookie sale out of the card shop buy as well. I sold a Latrell Sprewell Stadium Club rookie, a couple of Alonzo Mourning Stadium Club rookies, and a couple of Alonzo Mourning Skybox rookies. And those sold for $9.95. And the last sale I'm going to show you for today is this really cool 2000 Prestige Michael Irvin. It sold for $3. I'm pretty sure I got it for a quarter. It might have been out of the 10-cent bin. But my guess is it came out of a quarter box and then I got a little discount on it. So probably 18 to 20 cents, something like that. But anyway, really cool looking card. I love that insert set. Michael Irvin's not the biggest name, but he does sell here and there. And that's it. Thanks again so much for watching. I appreciate you. Would love to see feedback, comments, questions, anything would be helpful. Don't forget, tonight is Live with Charlie and Stu, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, right on this channel. We don't really start at 8 o'clock generally, but we're trying to get better at that. Last week we were right on time, so we'll see how the future holds. But thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.